The Janome Memory Craft 100E is a dedicated embroidery only machine. This machine is loaded with features. It's very versatile. Let's dive into this machine and give you a good overview of all the features that it can do. First thing we'll notice on the machine is the full screen on the front here. This is real easy for us to get our designs pulled up. These are the three modes on the front of the machine. This is our home screen. I will have designs built in to the machine that I can go in, pull up those designs. I can rotate the designs. I can go into an embroidery edit mode, bring a design in, put a name underneath. I have a built-in USB port on the side here so I can easily interface with my computer. So if I have software or if I just Google free Janome embroidery designs, as long as your design is less than 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches, because that is the maximum embroidery area of this machine, you will get the large 5.5 by 5.5 hoop. There will be other optional hoops available, and Ken Sewing Center carries all the optional items for the Memory Craft 100E. Now on this particular machine, when I go into my design, it's going to give me a lot of information about the design. It will show me and give me all kind of messages as well. It helps me do things that I won't damage the machine. It's also going to help me operate the machine because there are tutorials that are built into the machine. It'll show me on the screen the hoop that I have on the machine, the size of the design, the color, how many color changes are in it, approximately how many minutes it's going to take to embroider the design, and our stitches per minute. Now we can go up to 660 stitches per minute on this machine. That is an ideal speed for any brand of embroidery machine that's out there. You get a good, consistent quality stitch at that speed. This particular design has a little over 6,000 stitches in it. It'll show me my stitch count as I'm embroidering. So if the power goes out, or if somebody accidentally pulls a power cord or gets unplugged, then I can pull this design back up. As long as I don't move that fabric out of the hoop, I'm fine. I can pull the design up, fast forward to where we left off. You'll have a good idea where you're at. Even if you was to embroider 100 stitches over something, it is not going to be noticeable at all. The 100E is going to be extremely easy to thread. I have the horizontal spool pin here. We'll handle the mini cones of thread. Ken Sewing does carry optional thread stands, so if you want to have more than one color of thread set up or staged, you can get that for the machine. Everything's going to be channeled for me all the way down to my needle. I do have the newer style needle threader built in. I have threaded this machine 100 times without fail. It's a great needle threader system on this machine. Got the top drop-in bobbin system. This machine will have sensors in it that detects when you get low on bobbin thread. Also, there's a thread breakage system on this machine. So if my top thread or my bobbin thread breaks or something like that happens, the machine will stop and I'm able to pull my design up, take the hoop off, do whatever I need to do, put the hoop back on it, and I can continue right on. It will not be noticeable at all. This is my start-stop button. On the dedicated embroidery only machines, there's no foot control required. You use the start stop button on the front of the machine, and you do have the manual tensions here. You do not have to adjust the tensions that often on these machines. Your stabilizing is key in getting correct thread tension. And Ken Sewing Center carries all kinds of embroidery threads and your stabilizers. We can help you with any kind of question you may have about any accessory for the machine. Janome is legendary for the embroidery hoop system. The embroidery unit is actually built into the machine. That's a big plus. There's no units to take on and off. When I'm done, this folds up and the machine is very compact. I have a little handle here. I can easily carry it wherever I need to go. So we'll zoom into the screen here in just a few minutes and show you a lot of detail, because this machine, though it's compact in size, it's a great price. It's very easy to operate, and there's a lot of features for it. Now, the machine will have 274 designs built in. It's got 11 alphabet fonts. That's the number one thing you're generally going to be doing on an embroidery machine, is going into our alphabet font. So here's the button I go into. If I want to access the designs, I can page over. I can go back to my designs, and you have several different themes. They give you quite a bit built into this machine, so you don't have to buy designs right off the bat. There's some in the hoop projects that's included with this machine. There's some freestanding lace designs that are built in to the machine, cross stitch designs, appliques. I can pull up the alphabets, and here I can scroll through all the different alphabets built in. I got everything from standard block letters, cursive letters, scripts, things of that nature, all built in, and there's some Japanese fonts built in on this particular machine as well. Janome is legendary for their 2 and 3 letter monogram. That is built in to the 100E. There's not a lot of companies gives you that 2 and 3 letter monogram, which you'll find you'll use that a lot in your embroidery. Then I can go into my edit mode. Edit mode is going to allow me to bring designs in either from my USB stick or from the hard drive, combine alphabets. If you eventually get into digitizing software or some kind of software program, you're going to be able to save your design. The machine recognizes the JEF and JEF Plus format. You can import that into the machine, go into edit mode, and in edit mode I'm able to drag designs anywhere I want to, because this square represents my hoop area, 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. I can scroll something down through the quadrants. If I wanted to do other things like copy and pasting for making patches, there's all kind of things you can do. And folks, most brands for a machine of this caliber with all the features that are built in, you pay a lot more than what we have it advertised for on our website. So we're going to go back here. I want to empty that out, hit my trash can, and then we're going to go back to our regular designs. Let's pull up a red work design since I have red threaded up. We can scroll through. There's 2 pages of our red work designs, and we'll pull up this little design right here, and let's embroider this out. We do have the extra high lift on the presser foot. This is really handy if I'm embroidering, say, a really thick towel, or I'm doing a garment, maybe a collar or something's in the way. That helps me get it out of the way of my presser foot and my needle. It makes it a lot easier about getting my hoops on the machine. Now, the Janome hoops are legendary for the locking system. I really like the system on this, because once you get it locked onto my embroidery unit here, that hoop is not coming off. I never have to worry about it popping off. It's not going to happen. So we raise our extra high lift presser foot up, get it underneath here, line everything up, lock it down, and now I'm ready to embroider. So all I have to do is lower my presser foot, get my thread out of the way, and then I'll be ready to go. So as soon as I hit start, there we go. This design has 156 stitches in it. Just a minute alone, just doing this for demonstration. But you literally can do a design for the full maximum embroidery field on this machine. This is a good size to have for any garments that you're doing. Let's say you're doing backpacks, you're doing backs of jackets, things of that nature. There are optional hoops available, and Janome's working on a lot more accessories for this particular machine. Raise that up, and I'll unlock it. It automatically cut that stitch for me, and that was quick and easy to do. Now let's zoom into our screen. I'm going to show you all the detail that you can do on the Memory Craft 100E. Here's the icon for the built-in designs, the icon for the built-in alphabet fonts, and for our embroidery edit mode. If you'll notice across the bottom of the screen, I have some other buttons here that I can do some things to the hard drive of the machine. So if I want to access the built-in designs, I can push that, come up here and push our little flower, and it's going to pull up our main menu screen. So I have these collections that are built in that's exclusive to this machine. Have other floral and garden designs, food and drinks, all these different thematic designs are built in. So it covers a wide range of things. You'll be able to use the built-in designs year-round. I've got holiday designs as well, baby and name tags. There's some in the hoop projects that's built in on the 100E cross stitch. And the lace patterns, that's something I haven't seen on a lot of the brands that are out there. You can get a water-soluble stabilizer and embroider your own lace. It's really easy to make patches with this machine. There's a copy and paste feature on the 100E. We can help you with all these different operations. We have applique designs, fringe designs, all kind of cross stitch, and then you have the alphabets. Now there's a calibration on this machine. As time goes on with normal vibration, your screen will need calibrating from time to time. You can always call us and ask for repair, and a technician can walk you through that. But you'll have to do that just every so often, maybe once or twice a year. Here's our built-in alphabet fonts. Now on the alphabet fonts, I'm able to do a lot with the 100E. Here's where I select my font. You have 11 different fonts built in, script fonts, block style fonts. We have the Japanese fonts that are built in on the machine. I have the 2 and the 3-letter monogram that has the diamond or the oval pattern built in. That's something that you don't get on a lot of brands, but it's legendary to the Janome embroidery machines. You'll use that time and time again because monogramming is the most popular thing that you'll do with an embroidery machine. Now I can do a lot with the fonts. I can rotate the design, the alphabet 90 degrees depending on the garment you're working with. There may be times you need to rotate that. Our alphabets can be sewn in a small, medium, or large font, and I have the upper and lower case. And of course here's my trash can for just basically for deleting. I go back to the home screen. Here's my edit mode. We have the little design we pulled up earlier. I can drag something around. Here I'm able to drag something in a quadrant. If I was doing something like multiple patches, say I want to do 4 or 5 patches, I can hit a copy paste feature and I can actually duplicate that design. If you're doing lace patterns or floral designs, there may be times you want to do that as well. I can hit this button here and it shows me all the different hoop sizes that are available. As time goes on, you may add these hoops to your embroidery arsenal. It will come with a 5.5 by 5.5. This is basically the delete button. So if I want to go back, let's say we'll pull up a different design. Let's go in and pull up one of these little designs here. Show you all the color that this machine has. It's a crisp and clear color screen on the 100. Gives me the size of hoop I have on it. Here it's going to show me the hoop. It's going to show me how large the design is, how many colors are in this design, how many minutes it's going to take, and my stitches. I can go through here and it shows me colors and it references certain color designs or certain thread brands. You can do the eyeball test. So if we want our cheese here to be a different color, if we want the lettuce to be a different color, we can change that up as we go through the design just by basically threading up a different color of thread. The machine is going to know what part of the design it's embroidering. It's up to you to dictate what color you would like for that to be. And then it shows me the number of stitches in the design. So we can fast forward through stitch counts. If there's something we don't want to embroider, you can fast forward through that. You can fast forward through an entire color sequence if you wanted to. And the machine is going to cut all the jump stitches for you. So once it goes back and forth between different color changes, you don't have to worry about getting your scissors out any longer. I do have the ability up here to delete part of the design. I can rotate the design. I can do all kinds of things with my design just built in, not going to a computer. Everything's all built in to the 100E. And then if I want to back up, I'm going to do that. Have other things here. Here's our rotation. Here's my mirror image. I can flip it up and down. There's times we'll want to do that, maybe up, down, or even left, right, depending on the garment we're working with. You may have a pocket in the way or a button in the way or a collar or something like that. Just flipping that around gives it a whole different look, and I really like how it looks since I flipped it left to right. Then when I go in my edit mode, if I want to put that up here and then bring in a name, I can bring that name in or just continue building my full design. So basically we can hoop this up and fill up our hoop. So all kind of things you can do, all kind of themes, there's all kind of ideas you can get. And that's the nice thing about embroidery. Everybody has a different thing they want to do with it. Get the machine, learn how to use the machine, then give us a call if you need any accessories or have questions about how do I do something on the 100E. You're going to have us for the life that you own the machine. Now on these bottom rows of icons here, let's take a look at those because we have the home button. We always can go back to our main menu. So if you get to a point where you're stuck or you just want to go back and start over, you can always hit the home button. There is a hard drive on the machine. If you want to save something that you're doing, maybe you're doing 50 shirts for somebody and you've already got the design with the name underneath it already set up, you can have that on the hard drive of the machine, but it's very easy just to save something to a USB stick. I can go in on the hard drive and delete the beeping that it does. I can change the background of the screen color. I can also change the brightness. Everybody's eyes are different. I can change it back from inches to millimeters depending on the pattern that you're working with. If we want to turn the lights off, that we could. Now the 100E will have an LED lighting system. It fully illuminates the needle and the bed area of this machine with pure LED light. There won't be any glare to it. You'll be able to match your threads and your fabric colors because it will be a lot crisper than using a standard or traditional light bulb. These bulbs are rated for 50,000 hours. It will take years for these bulbs to go out. We will have settings on the machine that gives us reminders. If we need to do maintenance, it'll do that. Every so often we want to take our needle plate off. Make sure you have the lint that naturally is going to accumulate from your thread fibers. Clean that out. There's one place we will have you oil the machine. The book may not go through that, but you can call us. We can help you with that. Under your bobbin case, there's an area we just put 1 drop of oil every so often. Once a year, year and a half, you want to have your machine serviced by an authorized Janome dealer. Ken Sewing Center is happy to help you with that. Keep your box and packing, and we can easily help you with that for you. And we'll have a touch calibration on this machine as time goes on. You will need ever so often recalibrate that so your buttons are already lining up properly. There is a timer on the machine. If you walk off, just like your computer, it's going to be like a little screensaver. I can change that background if my eyes does not pick this up. Maybe it's too dark or too light, we can change that and get it to our liking. On the Janome machines, the way their machines are set up, you format your USB stick within the machine. It places an embroidery file, an embroidery folder on that USB stick, and you're going to save your designs within that folder on the USB stick. Something really easy a technician can walk you through. If you have any kind of questions about this is how Janome's always made their machines. It's really easy to do, and I know you can too. If you ever get to a point where we just want to reset to the factory settings and start over, you can always do that. If I go here, there's other settings on the machine. I can change the speed. I can turn the thread breakage system off if I wanted to. I could turn the bobbin sensor off if I wanted to. I'd always leave that on. Consecutive color grouping. Let's say that I have black in a design 10 times. Well, you can have that so it embroiders all the ears in black or all the ears in a certain color at one time. That is great. It's going to save you so much time doing it that way. Thread cutting, we'll cut the jump threads. We can even tell the machine how long we want those little tags to be left over, which will be underneath. So many things here we can do. It recognizes a lot of different brands, but if your brand's not listed here, do the eyeball test. That's the easiest thing to do. You know, just kind of eyeball what color you want something and thread that up, and then you have different languages that are built into the machine. Down here we have the question mark. What's question mark? There are different tutorials built in. There's going to be information on your particular machine right here with the serial number, what version that it is. The 100E is an upgradable machine because it has the USB port built in. It shows me how long my machine has been on, and it shows me how much time that it's embroidered. That's good to know just for your own, keeping up with it for service and things of that nature. That's great to have, on a machine. I can scan the QR code here. There's a lot of tutorials and other information that you can get. There's a lot of information on our website about the 100E, and then we're going to be here to help you with any kind of questions that you may have for the life that you own the machine. And then there's a lock button on the machine. This is really a good safety feature to have. If you have little ones around, or maybe you just don't want to make sure you don't accidentally touch something while you're doing another project, you can lock it, and I can push any button on the machine. The machine's not going to operate. You don't have to worry about that. So I have had times where customers had their grandchildren or kids next to them and somebody accidentally hit the start-stop button. You can lock the machine. You don't have to worry about that anymore. And you go back, we just unlock it, and then we're ready to go. Ken Sewing Center is your authorized Janome dealer. We carry everything that's made for the 100E. We carry every model Janome makes, and we're an authorized dealer since 1971. With the purchase of the 100E, you will get our premium support package. I have 5 full-time technicians here to help you and several educators to help you learn how to use your 100E. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to give us a call. We'll be glad to talk to you anytime.